I was asked if I could show a very basic Sunderer configuration for low-level players, something that doesn't take a whole lot of certs, that will generate experience for you and allow you to get involved with battles. You can get involved with some of the vehicular combat. So there's this tendency to run out to a terminal and pull a tank and get some kills with your armor, and that's definitely one way to get experience. But another way to get experience is to equip an ammo Sunderer. Ammo Sunderers have these bullet placards on the side, these holographic bullet placards, as well as obvious ammunition boxes on the side. So when you have an ammo Sunderer, you're able to go up to a group of vehicles and resupply them with ammunition, which earns you experience. Plus, you're helping your side win, because ammunition's a key part of winning a battle. A lot of the armor that you'll be supporting cannot hold more than 30 to 40 rounds. Lightning tanks can hold around 60 to 70 rounds when they're upgraded. So they will run out of ammo, and if they're doing fire suppression or sieging a base, they're going to really need an ammo Sunderer. So when it comes to the ammo Sunderer, there's three particular stats that are really important, and there's a couple of ways to equip those stats. You can go here to these areas down here, utility, defense, performance, and simply click on them and unlock fire suppression. And then on defense, you want to unlock the vehicle ammo dispenser, and then you want to look at the performance option and give your vehicle a little bit more speed is my favorite. So I would spend 100 on the speed upgrade. So to give you an idea of what those upgrades actually cost, let's go to the Sunderer certs option, and I'll show you the utility for fire suppression level 1 is 30 certs. Now remember, your certs are over here, and you can see how many you have. 30 certs is very, very reasonable. And then you can look at the defense slot, and you'll see that the vehicle ammo dispenser right here is 50 certs. So that's 80 certs combined. Now remember, with the actual utility slot, the fire suppression, each additional upgrade only lowers the cooldown period. It doesn't increase the health regeneration or the fire suppression for any length of time. Fire suppression is important because if you are on fire, your vehicle slows down. Not to mention, you become a really fat target for everybody. Fiery vehicles are some of the favorite things that I like to shoot at. So when it comes to fire suppression, it also gives you 15% of your vehicle's health back over a period of 5 seconds. Each successful upgrade only lowers the cooldown time. And that's why I usually don't recommend getting the second upgrade until you have a lot of certs. So the first level is sufficient. Now the defense slot, the vehicle ammo dispenser, each upgrade improvement increases the range of the ammo supply. So 23 meters, 26 meters, and then 30 meters. Now this is very useful, but it's probably not worth it for new players because you're not going to have a lot of certs to spend, and you're going to have so many things you need to upgrade. I would just get level 1. So the fire suppression at 30 and the vehicle ammo dispenser at 50, that's 80 certs combined. Very, very affordable. I think most new players can afford that. Now the last thing I look at is the performance slot. The Racer high-speed chassis is one of my favorite chassis. I didn't even really bother with the combat chassis. I have the combat chassis on an alt. It's okay. It's useful for certain situations, but overall speed is very important. Being able to escape or get into combat quickly, to me, is most important. And at 100 certs, it's still one of the more affordable upgrades. And that's it. Racer high-speed chassis, vehicle ammo dispenser, and then your fire suppression utility will cost you 180 certs. Now before you do those upgrades and then jump into combat, make sure that you have a zoom optic on your primary, your front gunner, and your rear gunner. You're really going to want to have that zoom optic. If you have enough certs left over, you might consider increasing the ammo capacity somewhat, because ammo capacity is for the most part, it's very affordable. 50 certs at mine level 4 is not that much. So that's pretty much it. Once you have the sight, 1.25 sight, and you have maybe a couple of ammo upgrades, your Sunderer should be ready to go. And there's one last thing you have to know how to do, which is deploy. So pushing the letter B will deploy the Sunderer. Now it's important to understand that you cannot deploy a Sunderer in these red areas. So if there's any red where you're at, you're going to get a unable to deploy message. And when you're unable to deploy, you simply have to get out of the red zone to find an area to deploy. Also, if there's another Sunderer nearby, you cannot deploy next to another Sunderer that is also deployed. For example, when I try to deploy right now, I'm going to get several messages that show me I cannot do that. And that's it. That's the basic ammo supply Sunderer. Repair Sunderers are good, but the problem is it's going to cost you maybe upwards of 1,000 certs to have an effective Repair Sunderer. Repair Sunderers are very expensive, and I would recommend those for people that have had experience as an ammo Sunderer first. I hope that's helpful. Take care.